And then I would like the cell groups to progress in the future to receiving tantric initiations, tantric teachings. And I want everybody in the cell group to remain tantra-free and tantric virgins right now. I don't want anybody to get initiations here and there or take any kind of vows, because I would like to prepare all of you. Prepare all of you systematically so that you don't get it and then you go, oh, that now I have to do all that, but I didn't know. I'll tell you why. Being in Malaysia for over 12, 13 years now, I've heard many, many people non-stop tell me, but I didn't know. I was told I could go to the initiation and I didn't know. I didn't know I had these commitments. I didn't know I had to do these vows. I didn't know I had to do so. I didn't know I had to do retreats. I don't even know what the mantra is. Who gave me the initiation? I don't even remember that guru's name. What deity was it? Oh, it was Chanzik, maybe Avalokiteshvara. What form? I don't know. I didn't know it was initiation because it said initiation. How much did you, oh, I had to register and pay a fee. And then how many people there? I don't know, about 50, 60. And then afterwards, what happened? I don't know. And what prayers do you have to do? They say, I don't know. And I've heard that so many times. And I get worried because that is the degeneration of Tantra. That is the generation. I get very worried. For example, Jesus Christ here. Doesn't she look like Jesus Christ now? With her hair straightened out? Okay. JC here. Her name before was TC. Yes, Tashi Kadu is TC what? So TC now is turned to JC. And Jesus Christ here, 2 years, 3 years back when she came here, had a conversation with her and her friend Andy. And I found out like a decade plus, they had received the Kala Chakra from the Dalai Lama. I'm like, wow. They actually went, New York is it?
And in New York, and in Switzerland, and in England.
You received it twice. Okay, JC here received Kala Chakra twice from the Dalai Lama. One in Switzerland, one in India. Her friend, Andy, received it in New York. And like I asked them, oh, what practice do you do? You know, like, are you doing your sadhanas, your succession, and your retreats? They're like, we didn't even know we had to do it. I said, did everybody explain? They're like, no. I said, you must be doing the mantra at least every day, right? I mean, the Dalai Lama worked really hard to give you that initiation. Don't you want to do something, offer back to him? They're like, we don't even know the mantra. And like, yeah. So JC and her friend received from the biggest Lama in the world. I mean, it is Lama Tsongkhapa himself on this planet, basically, right? And they don't know the mantra, they don't know the sadhana. I don't even think they knew what a sadhana was. And they don't know about Chiso. They don't know they had to study. Nobody told them, they didn't ask anybody, and they were running around their merry, degenerate ways for the last 10 years, breaking their commitments every single day. So I was quite shocked. At the same time, I thought, what incredible karma to receive that. Just walked in there like, you know, like goats to a butcher shop. You know, you're gonna get your ego cut out. And they don't know anything. So I said, okay, that inspired me to let people know, don't go for initiation. Don't go. I have an example here. And these are not just people here, these are all over the world that's happening. So I explained to them what sadhana they should do, what mantras they should do, the 6 session Guru Yoga, and then gradually taught them how to do the talk in our center, and how to do commitments. And now her friend at home, they rented the house here, are buying commentaries, explanations of the Kala Chakra Tantra and its meditation and its technique from different lineages and different practices from like Snow Line and all that. And they're studying together now, aren't you? Now they're studying, it's like 10 years plus later, they finally open up the closet and find out they have a big piece of diamond. And now they're shining the diamond. So they're not the only people. Are they wrong? No, they're not wrong. Are they bad? No, they're not bad. Are they stupid? Maybe. But if you think about it really, no, not really. Because it's the responsibility of the center. You see, people shouldn't organize initiations just to attract a lot of people there. So there's a lot of membership, and then people get initiations, and then there's a lot of members. Because a lot of centers, the lamas don't stay. They come for 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, and they gotta do whatever they can to attract the crowd. Because after the lama comes, a lot of people don't go to the center. So a lot of people use different methods and different means to attract people to the center, which I talked about in Gurus for Hire and Enlightenment for Sale. And in our center, we don't have to do that. We don't have to. It won't have to be a mad rush to the butcher shop. You know, we can take our sweet time, have a tea target on the way. So what's my point is, we don't have to rush for initiation. We don't have to rush for all these kind of things. We can learn happily together. I mean, I'll be around for a long, long time, I hope. And you guys will be around for a long, long time. And we have a center, and we have an opportunity to learn. Just like this. So my point is this, is that I don't say that for any reason except to protect people from taking a lot of commitments before they are ready. That is my motivation. For me, the Tantra teachings, Tantra path, Tantric initiations, and Tantric practice, for me, is totally sacred. I do not take it as some kind of quick fix blessing that's going to change my luck and everything's going to be alright. I don't view it like that. I view it as a quick path to enlightenment. So for me, it's very, very sacred. And the commitments that I received from my teachers, I hold them sacredly. Very, very sacredly. Why? It's not a quick fix. It's not something you get initiation, the next day everything's alright. For me, it is a path to be humble with it. So that's how I was taught by my gurus. To take the initiations carefully, to understand, and after initiations, to explore, to learn, to do the retreats, to practice, and to keep the commitments. That's how I was taught by my gurus. So since I was taught that like that by my gurus, that's how I have to share with other people. So we have a wonderful opportunity now. I'm here, and I'm alive, and I can speak directly to you guys, and you guys are here, and we all live nearby, it's not so far. And we can squeeze the time out, we can make the time, and everything's available for us. So what we need to do is, we need to be very happy. We're not going to have this opportunity again. We have a great human life, we're basically healthy. We have the 5 sensory powers of hearing, sight, taste, and sound, all intact. Our bodies are fresh, our mind can think, and all of you are educated. All of you can read and write, you're not farmers and peasants. And all of you definitely have looked at your lives. Some of you are in your 20s, some of you are 30s, some of you are 40s, some of you are 50s. Now, so we're all here, and we have to think that we have this opportunity, and we shouldn't lose it. We shouldn't make any excuses to not do our Dharma practice. We shouldn't make any excuses to push our Dharma practice. We shouldn't make any excuses for our ego, for our anger, for our hatred, for our desires, and for our mind games to win. We shouldn't make any excuses. Now we need to say, excuse me, ego, I can't entertain you much anymore because I'm going to do the Dharma. So we should stop making excuses for the Dharma with ego. You know, I'd rather go for a movie, I'd rather, sit home, do nothing, I'd rather play on the computer, I'd rather scream at somebody, I'd rather not transform myself because I'm too young, I'm too old, I'm too tired, I'm too sick, I don't have enough time, I have too much commitment. And we have been making a lot of excuses for Dharma practice. Now we need to reach the level that we stop making excuses for Dharma practice, but in fact we should make excuses to our ego to substitute the ego for Dharma practice. So it should be the opposite. Or the other way around. We should reach that level already. Why is that? It's a natural progression of spiritual maturity. A natural progression of spiritual maturity.